That is one long piece of churro. It's like a big snake. That's all the lobsters that's been boiled. This is definitely one spot you have to hit up for sure. Hey there, this is Steve from Rockstar Eater, and in this episode, I'm going to be taking you on a big tour of some of the best street food markets that you can find around Los Angeles. You've seen me go to a lot of night markets in LA, but in this episode, I'm going to be concentrating specifically on food markets that open during the day. And these are food markets that sell ethnic foods of all kinds, which is really no surprise considering we are in LA. So I encourage you to please stick all the way to the end of this video, because if you like street food, I'm going to show it to you in all its glory in one of the biggest street food tours in Los Angeles that you're going to find on YouTube. And also, if you're new to this channel, take a moment right now to hit that subscribe button as well as that notification bell, because I post these food and travel videos weekly you don't want to miss out on. So go ahead, do that right now. And with that being said, let's go to our first food market. Just south of Koreatown, you'll find the Salvadoran food market. This market runs every day from morning to night, stretching one whole block, selling Salvadoran street foods of all kinds. This is really the best place in LA to get authentic Salvadoran street food. Even though this food market opens every day, I would recommend going on the weekends, because that's when you're gonna see the most food vendors lined up on Vermont Avenue from 11th Street to Olympic Boulevard. You see all these are fresh. I'm here on a Sunday. They get these in. I believe these are from Mexico. But yeah, fresh every time. So cocktail negra is one of the most popular things that you're gonna find here at the Salvador Street Food Market. You should come pretty early, because they only have a certain amount of them and then they run out. That's it. So I would recommend get here probably before 1 o'clock maybe. It's like very black. I don't think I've seen clams like this before. Oh, you see a generous amount of lemon juice. Or is it lime? Oh yeah, it's lime. Oh yeah, so yeah, this is definitely gonna be sour. See, all the clams go on top of the tomato, onion, cilantro, all mixed together. I've had this before when I was last here about a year ago, but it's always so good to get it again. I know that the dark color is very scary, but I assure you it's very delicious. Not exactly pretty on camera, but it definitely has a very pretty taste. Oh, it's good. Refreshing, it's bright, it's zesty, because this is a combination of veggies in here, the seafood, and then I also mentioned that they have these tostadas here ready to go, so you can break a piece off and then you use it as a dip. Man, that's so good. I think every single bite now has to be with the tostada. The tostada, or even these crackers. That's the way you do it. So this one, the one I got, is $15. There is a bigger one, $20, but I didn't go for that because I want to eat more food. I think you can easily get full off of this one. So yeah, hopefully I'm gonna have enough space to go through the rest of this market to check out some of the awesome things they got here. But man, I would say start off with this one, especially if you want to get here early before they sell out, right? All right, thank you so much, David.
Thank you for coming, bro.
Yeah, this is the guy you gotta check out. Cocktail Negra, 1159 Vermont. Mostly north and south, left, right. They're gonna sell a lot of foods, a lot of fruits, even a lot of toys as well. So it just kind of depends on what you're in the mood for. All of it looks really good though. I just want to eat everything, but it just, yeah, it's too much food. And sometimes if you come during peak hours like weekends, it can be shoulder to shoulder. So just letting you know, it gets very crowded here. Time for some pupusas here at Pupuseria Mari, which is in the parking lot. Oh, I heard this is the place you gotta go for pupusas. You see, here's the masa mix right there. This is the outer layer of the pupusa. And then they would take the fillings like the bean and the cheese, and it could be a lot of stuff like pork too. All goes in there. Rolled up, pat it down, and then it goes right on the grill. Yes. Here is my pupusa, bean and cheese, very classic. And you must always put the cordito, this vegetable mix, and the salsa right on top. Gives a tremendous flavor. This pupusa is so piping hot. That's how it's going to be like because they fresh make it, obviously. Wow, that's so delicious. I think the pupusa itself with the cheese and the beans already tastes so amazing. But when you add that cordito and the salsa, it's crunchy, it's refreshing. The sauce is like, it gets that delicious saltiness. They do have other flavors up there too, like pork and I think potato. But everybody says you gotta start out with the bean and cheese. Most popular one, at least for this spot right here. Okay, let's do this. Whole pupusa right in my mouth. Yeah, this pupusa is really one of the absolute must-try items here at the street food market. I would say if you were to only try 3 different Salvadoran foods at the street food market, one of them absolutely needs to be the pupusa. Wow, look at that whole chicken. That's crazy. I've never seen that before. What the? Oh, okay. Pork? Pork ribs? Okay. Wow, it's like some sort of a seafood soup. I've had this here before when I was here last time, but it's always good to have pork and fried yuca. And you're supposed to eat this with, once again, cordito and the salsa, just like with the pupusa. This in itself is pretty big too. You can really have one meal with this. So come with a big stomach space if you want to explore all that this Salvadoran food market has to offer. That thing is so crunchy. Of course, it's very soft too on the inside, like really melt in your mouth soft too. But what I like about this Salvadoran style yuca is the fact that it's so crunchy and crispy on the outside, and inside just melts in your mouth. Now it's time for the chicharron, the fried pork. Wow, this pork is definitely very, very fried. Kind of crunchy on top, a little bit on, I mean, it is very thick, so when you put it in your mouth, it's very meaty. Maybe you might want to cut it into little chunks, but I like to take the whole piece and put it in my mouth. That's the way I roll. Overall, one of the most rockin' dishes here at this market. Another one of my top 3. If you were to get only 3 items here. So yeah, you gotta check out Rosa if you want the chicharron.
Chicharrón, panes con gallina, panes con gallina, sopa de pata, todos los antojitos salvadoreños.
All right, you heard that?
Empanadas de plátano, pasteles, y yuca con chicharrón.
Wow, that parking lot is crazy, but once you get out, there is still more. So I'm getting back out onto the sidewalk. It's gonna go for another half block. I'm in the mood for some drinks. What about some of those minutas? Salvadoran shaved ice drink. They have this whole block of ice out here, and he is just cutting it and filling that cup. So I got mine coconut.
Yeah, that one, the coconut.
And the berry. This is number 15 on the menu. Fresa con coco. Wow, look at that. That's all the I think it's a berry or, yeah. After all that heavy food, this will definitely hit the spot. Some refreshing shaved ice. Mexican cuisine, I think they call this raspado. Yeah, raspados. But Salvadoran, they call it minutas. 2 big thumbs up. I like that taste of the coconut. It always reminds me of being like on an island somewhere. And then when you add the berries, I mean, how could you go wrong with berries? It brightens up your mood every time I taste it. It's good. Yeah, this is a spot you need to come to if you want minutas. Yeah, thank you so much, man.
Thank you, sir.
All right, yes, look out for Eddie right here. Awesome minutas. And by the way, they don't just sell foods here. They sell a lot of clothing as well, such as these ladies' clothing. Wow, very fine mannequins you got there. Okay, and more chicharron Chicharron, yes. Yeah, and here they sell this riguas. I got it last time. I'm definitely going to get it again. I think this is going to be my last one today. It's so worth it. Yeah, so the riguas is made out of corn. It's like some sort of a mashed corn. It cooks in these corn husks on this grill. Yeah, so it starts out kind of raw, but then it cooks for a while, and then afterwards it's supposed to be done. Mariceli, thank you so much. And they do give you this butter too that you're supposed to put on top of the riguas. And let me tell you, it makes all the difference in the taste. Oh yeah, the riguas, you gotta get it here. Especially from Mariceli. Perfect! If you like corn, then this is your thing right here. You just kind of feel like you're eating like a corn pancake with that butter type of sauce on top. It is delicious. It is really one of the standout foods here at this market. So now I pretty much have reached 11th Street. So this is where the Salvadoran market pretty much ends. But then when you turn to the left, there is a little bit more down in this direction. What are you selling here?
We're selling a t-shirt from El Salvador.
T-shirt from El Salvador?
Yeah, it's the kind like she's the owner. She make it for everybody. Like
oh, okay.
Design. She's doing the design. She's doing the color. She do and modify the clothes. They have some verified kind of t-shirts.
Oh, okay. So you can get your Salvadoran merchandise even when you're not in Salvador, right here in Los Angeles. How fun. Mikosi, that's the clothing and jewelry store here. You're gonna give me a present? Really? Oh, really? Oh, you shouldn't. Pupusas? Oh, okay. This is my shirt right here. Ooh, I'm gonna go to El Salvador someday. Yeah, I had the pupusa earlier today. And in the east part of downtown LA, you'll find the Pinata Street Food Market, which is another food market that runs daily on Olympic Boulevard. During the weekends, this food market stretches for almost 3 blocks from Central Avenue to Stanford. This is really like a little Mexico experience. So if you want to get some authentic Mexican street food, along with some Salvadoran foods too, then you gotta check out the Pinata District. Wow. And that is the carnitas. It's a very popular taco, carnitas. Oh yeah, look at the steam coming out of it. I'm so hungry. Oh yeah, this is Guadalupe. She's the boss here, making some of the fresh tortillas. Yeah, this is all the tortillas. There's still a lot more pork in there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, oh, I see it.
800 pounds.
800 pounds? Oh yeah. Woo! There it is, the carnitas. And I noticed that every table here, you get one of these so you can dress up your taco with lime, with cilantro, with onions, with pico de gallo. Oh yeah, you're all set. I got 2 tacos. The top one is the carnitas and this one is the mixed one. You see, you got the nose, the tongue, the skin, the carnitas. You're not gonna find tacos like this too often in more of the commercialized spots of LA. But here on the streets, they got it. Even got your jalapenos too. Oh yeah, you see, complete meal. And based on the number of people that I see here, I can tell this is really one of the go-to spots at Pinata District. That's quite a mouthful. So much. Soft, tender, melt in your mouth, juicy carnitas. Spice it up just a little bit more with some of this green salsa. That mixed one is the way to go. There are quite a few taco stands here at Pinata District, but I would say that this one is going to be the most unique one that you're going to find here. Just for the fact that they have that whole pot, cooking all of that pork, and they serve you all different parts in this huge $4 taco, along with a generous portion of salsa on the side. More of the action is across the street. So this is where they have not just the food, but also all the piñatas, all the toys, all the merchandise. All right, this place looks pretty interesting. This is called Wanita Fruits. They have a lot of fruits here. On this side, they got some corn. All right. Yeah, Los Angeles style corn. Let's do this. Wow, that looks so good. So this is the elote. Yes, Mexican style street food corn. This is a very popular Mexican street food in Los Angeles. So you have to try this when you're in LA and you want some street food. You know, I think this might be the first time that I've had an elote like of this kind on the streets of LA. Been living here for a long time, haven't had it. Wow, that's delicious. It really is. It's like salty and limey and smoky all at the same time. Ah, so good. It's like barbecued corn at its best. You know, this thing is pretty dressed up too, because they put the chili, they put the mayonnaise, you have lime juice over it, you got cheese over it. Yeah, you gotta get this here. It's pretty good. Wanita's is really one awesome stand. They got fruits and they got the corn. But here's a one that you definitely need to check out here at this spot. This is Tacos El Chivo, which is one of the most popular taco stands in Los Angeles. This is their specialty, the Tacos El Pastor. It's all roasting on this spit. Yeah, give it a nice turn. Seriously, some of the best tacos I've had in LA, no joke. Yeah, this is George right here. George at Tacos El Chivo. Yes. The pastor meat is cut off of that big trompo and then they grill it on the grill until it turns crispy. Man, they are grilling so much of that pastor. Oh yeah, look at that cutting action. Oh yeah. Right there. And Tacos El Chivo has their salsa bar too. Have all the very hot salsa. You got the medium, and then you have a lot of onions on the side. Yeah, they got everything. I am so excited. The pastor tacos. Look, it's all dressed up with all the onions and salsa. These are about $2 each. Not as big as the tacos that I had at the first place, but still, it's good in a different way. This isn't the first time I've had these tacos. When I was here, I got it, I loved it, so I gotta try it again. Just killer. Really killer tacos. That meat is so flavorful. It's crispy, it's very savory. It's just one of the most wonderful pastor meats that I've had. I would say if you get between 3 to 6, you should be good for one meal. That meat is off the hook. Pinata District is worth coming to just for Tacos El Chivo, so don't miss out on it. I could sit here and eat like probably a dozen of these if this was my only place here. Now here's another spot that looks pretty rockin', Kadas Lucy. It looks like they got a little bit of everything at the station. I heard it's very popular. There's so much food at the station. You can get taquitos here, and you can also get the different proteins for your tacos and quesadilla. And then you can also even get like hot dogs right there and pupusa. So these taquitos are kind of sitting out here, but then they would warm it up by putting into the oil. This is the chicken, and they got potatoes too. And then I think I'm gonna get my quesadilla with the cecina today, which is the beef. It's like a very thin slice of beef. Yeah, I've had this before. Oh, cheese, okay. Oh yeah, the beef. After it's cut up, it's gonna go in with the cheese. Oh yeah, there's my taquitos, nice and deep fried. And then it also comes with all these things that you can dress your taquitos with as well. Yeah, there we go. Okay, put some cactus, onions, very good, all right. Got two of some of their popular items here. This is the quesadilla with the beef, cecina, and this one is the taquitos. They got the potato and the chicken. This is the second one. It's like so crunchy. I love it. The chicken is actually very tender and juicy. Surprising, because sometimes I've had taquitos where the inside was really dry. You guys know what I'm talking about? But this one's really good. And definitely put the guacamole and the cheese on top, because that's really what gives it its super flavor. It's such a hot quesadilla. I know I could use my knife and a fork to eat this, but I'm just gonna go all out with it, just like this. Ah, it's so hot. Wow, it's good. Sometimes when you eat these kind of meats, you know how it tastes kind of raggedy and it's so hard to bite apart? This actually tastes pretty fresh. I mean, it's a fresh made quesadilla. Quesadillas are even hand pressed here. I think this is the spot you have to go for a quesadilla, because they make it really good and it seems like a lot of people are going here. So yeah, if you want the quesadilla, they have a lot of different flavors, but I would say go with the beef one, because this one's pretty killer. I think I'm gonna switch gears and try some desserts now. Now this stand I heard is pretty cool. They got churros here. So this is Churros EST Mexicano. Oh, he's gonna make the churros. Yeah, they fresh make the churros out here using this kind of like a churro gun or something. It's like long and swirly. That's so awesome. Yeah, they do have fried plantains, so they fried here on the side. And they also, they have corn too. Woo! And of course they're gonna cut it up, and afterwards they're gonna drench it in all this brown sugar. Now here's something I haven't tried yet. This is quite something, I think. How am I supposed to eat it? Just bite into it? Tastes just like a tostada. It has sugar all over it, so it's sweet. First time I've ever had it, but it's crunchy, it's deep fried, so yeah, I'm gonna like it. And here's the order of fresh made churros. This one is about $8. They put a lot in here, so yes, they really make those $8 go a long way. That's good. Yeah, churros is something you want to eat fresh, otherwise it's not good anymore. Such a good treat. It's very crispy, and inside is like cakey soft. And of course it's sweet, because it has so much sugar on it. Could you actually eat all these churros? I mean, seriously, like the bag of churros this much? I don't know, maybe you might want to share with some friends. Every time I eat churros, I always feel like I'm in some theme park like Disneyland or something. Because that's when I usually eat churros when I was a kid, when I go to theme parks. But I've come to really appreciate the ones that you find on the streets of Los Angeles. And of course in restaurants as well. Man, this is really a good way to end off this whole meal. I am so full. Last but not least, there is Smorgesburg, which runs on Sundays at the row near the Arts District. Smorgasburg is the largest weekly open-air food market in LA, and you'll find anywhere from 30 to 50 food vendors of all kinds. If you're looking for a street food market that sells the most diverse street foods, from American to Armenian to Asian food, then Smorgasburg is really your best bet. It's quite an attraction. I think the first one I'm gonna start with is Lobster Damas. Oh yeah, starting with the high-end stuff, here we go. So yes, they have fresh grilled lobsters here. Lobster Nest is their most popular one. You can get half, or you can get whole, or you can get it without the garlic noodles. I think I'm gonna go all out and do that, Lobster Nest. So yes, they grill all the lobsters out here. It is the real deal. It is kind of like a backyard barbecue of lobsters. That is so amazing. This spot is so popular that they sell about 500 pounds of lobsters every day. Especially in the summertime, it sells very fast. So the lobsters on top of the garlic noodles with some butter spread, it looks like. Ooh, that looks so good. This whole thing is the Lobster Nest with the lobster and the garlic noodles and some of that butter dip on the side. This whole thing is about $41. You could get the lobster by itself, but everybody gets it with the garlic noodles, so I heard This is the way to go. Oh yeah, it has a flag on it too. So you just got to get that lobster out. There we go. Oh yeah, whole lobster tail right there. And into the butter it goes. Always the way to go. These taste just as good as most lobsters I've had in restaurants. Wow, that is like one very fresh, smoky, toasty lobster. And then of course it has the butter too. Oh, it's like a complete experience. I'm so happy. Oh, that's good too. It's like very nice, chewy egg noodles. I do admit it's pretty expensive, $41. It's gonna be some of the most expensive street food that you're gonna eat in LA. But if you're willing to pay for it, it tastes very good. I do admit, one of the best street foods I think I've had in Los Angeles. I mean, how could it not be? It's lobster, grilled lobster. Lobster Damas, definitely gotta check it out. But then right next door, if you're into Filipino food, this is a barbecue spot. So I think I'm going to eat at this one. Wow, nice, good menu. Manila chicken barbecue, I heard is very popular. Mesquite grilled chicken for $16. I think I'm gonna get that, yes. And they also have, what the? Longanisa smash burger. I've never heard of that one before. I think I'm gonna try that. That is the famous longanisa burger. Yeah, that patty is a longanisa, just like in Filipino restaurants. See, that's a lot of barbecue chicken, and they do grill all this fresh out here. See that right in there with the bun and everything. Woo. Man, that thing is super juicy. Obviously, you gotta have your barbecue when you go to street food too. How could you not? That's a very smoky, kind of sweet, a little bit salty too. Yeah, this is definitely Filipino food. Wow, that's pretty good. I feel like this longanisa burger is something that you can get at Jollibee if they had it on the menu. It would be quite something, right? I never even thought of the idea of making longanisa into a burger. I mean, is that even a thing? You guys comment if you know more about it than I do. But yeah, this is pretty enjoyable. I guess since I'm going the Asian route, might as well also try this Bao Spot. Bao. Okay, this is the first time I'm trying bao in the streets of LA. You got a nice menu here. It looks like they got pork, chicken, beef, lamb, and even impossible vegan. Vegan friendly. All right. Mix any 6 pieces for $15. It's pan fried on the bottom, so what you're gonna get is something that's soft but then also crispy at the same time.
It's a perfect balance.
It is.
And they're not soupy on the inside, so they're not gonna drip all over you.
Okay. I got a little bit of everything, including like the beef and the lamb. Look at the colors. Isn't that something? I don't think I've ever seen baos that look like this before. Tastes just like something out of a Chinese restaurant. Inside is, this one has the pork filling. It tastes like pork. So the outside, it's like a thin type of bread texture. That's a little bit crispy because I think it's been pan fried. And I think this orange colored one is the beef, which is always safe. So juicy too. This is really good stuff. Yeah, you definitely need to get these baos. I think these are some of the best street foods I've had in LA. I mean, not just for the fact that it's Asian, but it just tastes so good though. It seems like I'm pretty much eating all the food that's like on this side. And this one also looks pretty good too. Chimilir, which is Korean style fried chicken. It's not just here in Smorgasburg, so they do have a physical location as well. Ooh, yeah, here we go, Koreatown. And I think that these are the buns that are being toasted on this grill for the chicken sandwich. Well, that's always a good way to make chicken sandwich, some toasted buns. And that huge piece just goes right over it, nice. Some pickles, pickled cabbage. It looks like that's, okay. Two of some of the best sellers. We got the K chicken burger. These are 2 pieces that are stacked up with their house special dry rub, which is also on the French fries. And these are their chicken nuggets with the yum yum sauce, which is some sort of a gochujang. That's always pretty good. Yep, see more of that gochujang on the side. You got kimchi, Thousand Island dressing. Here's another bestseller too. This is the tteokbokki, which is rice cakes with a yum yum sauce on top of it. Wow, it's a beast. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. Let's try. Wow. Wow, that dry rub is kind of sweet. But the chicken is so tender though. Ooh, this is a really filling sandwich. Okay, this one looks a little bit more manageable for my mouth. Wow, that's a good snack. It's also really garlicky too. The sauce is not that spicy, so you guys don't have to worry. That tteokbokki looks pretty crazy too. Look how sauced up it is. I think that tteokbokki is fried. Kind of tastes like it. Again, another really good snack that you can have here at Chimilere. I'm telling you, this place is so big. Wow, you can definitely spend all day here. Now I'm gonna be switching gears and I'm gonna be trying the Goat Mafia. They specialize in goat. This place is the goat spot, so a lot of people get stuff like the goat trio, or birria trio sounds pretty good too, but I think I'm gonna go with a sampler, which is birria, goat taco. You get fish taco, cabrito taco. You see, today only limited. Yep, they actually grill the goat out here. I believe that this is a baby goat because it's pretty small. Oh, they grill this for about 2 hours out here, and then it all goes into the taco. And it looks like they also fresh press their tortillas too, which is always a good thing. I think most taco spots actually do these days in LA. And it goes right onto that grill. That's the broth that comes from the goat. Mix it in there to make it very saucy, very soupy. So yes, birria is goat meat. That's the authentic way to do it. So the cabrito is the baby goat, and that's the leg. Oh man, that's crazy. Here's the $19 sampler, which comes with the fish tacos. You got the consomme, and then the birria taco, which is goat meat. That's the authentic version. And the cabrito, which is young goat. And I heard it's supposed to taste different from the adult goat. Maybe, should I begin with the fish tacos? I heard it's very popular here, even though it's a goat spot. Oh, that's so good. That fish has been so perfectly fried. It's actually kind of a tropical tasting taco. That's like the most perfect fish taco I think I've had. And it's been a while since I've had the authentic birria with the goat meat, because most of the time you would find places that serve it with the beef, because a lot of people like beef better, I guess. Ooh, that's so good. Wow, that meat is like so tender. Tender and so well seasoned too. Now goat, if it's made right, it's not supposed to have like that really nasty gamey flavor. This one is more of like a clean tasting type of goat, but with a really delicious consomme broth over it. But then the cabrito is something that they have special today because they roasted that whole baby goat out there. Now this is the first time that I've had cabrito tacos. Wow, it does taste different. That is so interesting. So I think this one is kind of, it's not as melt in your mouth. I feel that there's a little bit more of a chewiness to it. And I knew the texture was going to be different because this baby goat has been fed on milk for about 30 days. So I guess that changes the way the meat's supposed to taste. But yeah, this actually tastes pretty good on its own too. I mean, me personally, I think I'm more into the birria taco. But this one also, if they have it here, you should get it because you're not gonna find it too often. Guys, this is Juan right here. He's the owner here at Goat Mafia, so look out for him for some awesome goat tacos. And right next to Goat Mafia is a super popular spot called Evil Cooks. This is a place that everybody goes to here at Smorgasburg, so I'm gonna try it. When I say that Evil Cooks is popular, I mean it. They're pretty much sold out of everything from what I heard. Oh man, I missed it. Oh, I'm so sad. But at least they still have the dessert tacos here, which is something very unique. Churro cheesecake taco. Now that is an innovative taco dish. Has anybody ever had anything like this before? Certainly not me. See, what did I tell you? Super creative, huh? The left one is the flan taco with some of the coconut shreds on top. And the right one is the churro with the cheesecake taco with some strawberries. Oh, nice. And I do have to tell you that it's kind of challenging to find seats to eat around here. So if you can't find it, you're just gonna have to eat it standing up, or maybe you have to go behind one of these little quiet spots in the back in order to enjoy your food, which is where I'm at right now. Wow, it's good. I think in many ways it kind of tastes like a flan inside of a crepe. Almost something like that. Oh, it's minty too. Have some mint shreds over it. But then just as equally fascinating is this one, the churros with the cheesecake. I'm so excited. Oh, this is crazy. This is crazy. Wow. It's like you get some really fresh, crispy churros inside with the cheesiness of the cheesecake and the tortilla on top. Okay, you guys need to get this one. I'm sold. This is, I think, one of the best things I've had here at this Smorgasburg so far. So guys, this is Alex. He's the owner here at Evil Cooks, so look out for this man when you come to this awesome spot. Oh yeah. Well, there you have it with some of the best open-air food markets in LA. Which ones have you gone to, and what dishes do you usually order when you go to these food markets? Drop that comment in the comment section because I would love to hear your stories and your suggestions. Well, thank you so much for watching this episode, and I'll see you all in the next food adventure.